Beyoncé faces a new lawsuit over hit single, Break My Soul. Showstoppers, a New Orleans-based group, claims Beyoncé infringed their 2002 song, Release a Wiggle, for her single, Break My Soul by legally sampling Big Freedia's 2014 song, Explode. Big Freedia, who is legally known as Freddie Ross, is also named in the lawsuit. Band members Tessa Avi, Kiva Bourgeois, Henri Braggs, and Brian Clark filed a complaint in Louisiana federal court on May 22. The now-defunct band alleges that Big Freedia illegally used key lyrics from their song to create Explode, while Mrs. Carter and others have received many accolades and substantial profits. The Showstoppers has received nothing, no acknowledgement, no credit, no remuneration of any kind, the group's attorneys wrote in an email to Billboard. Any reasonable person listening to Release a Wiggle and Explode would conclude that the songs are substantially similar. Copyright law doesn't protect short, simple phrases, which means a judge could easily dismiss the case. However, the Showstoppers' lawyers are confident in their case, stating that the band has a copyright to their distinctive lyrics. The coined term and phrase Release-a-Yo Wiggle has now become closely synonymous with Big Freedia, thereby contributing to Big Freedia's fame. However, Big Freedia did not compose or write the phrase, and Big Freedia never credited the Showstoppers as the source, the lawsuit says. Also named in the suit are Sony Music, Parkwood Entertainment, and Beyoncé's husband, Sean Jay-Z Carter, who is credited as a writer on the song. The plaintiffs claim they first learned about Big Freedia's Explode through Beyoncé's 2022 single. They claim they tried to contact Beyoncé's camp but received no response. Break My Soul was the lead single for Beyoncé's 2022 album, Renaissance. The song, which also samples Robin S.'s Show Me Love, topped Billboard's Hot 100 chart for 2 weeks. Additionally, Beyoncé's latest lawsuit claims she stole lyrics for Break My Soul. Beyoncé is still riding high off the release of her country-inspired album Cowboy Carter, but this week, she was hit with a copyright infringement lawsuit that may put a damper on her summer. The superstar has been accused of using a sample in Break My Soul, the lead single off 2022's Renaissance, that allegedly infringes upon the copyright of a 2002 track by the Showstoppers called Release. Beyoncé's latest lawsuit claims she stole lyrics. Beyoncé is still riding high off the release of her country-inspired album Cowboy Carter, but this week, she was hit with a copyright infringement lawsuit that may pad a damper on her summer. The superstar has been accused of using a sample in Break My Soul, the lead single off 2022's Renaissance, that allegedly infringes upon the copyright of a 2002 track by the Showstoppers called Release a Wiggle. Break My Soul interpolates the song Explode by New Orleans artist Big Freedia, who is also named in the lawsuit. The suit was filed by the original members of the Showstoppers, who say that Big Freedia's song, which was then interpolated into Beyoncé's song, used their unique and distinctive lyrics and musical composition without permission. The lyrics at question here are slight variations on the phrase Release Your Wiggle. The plaintiffs are asking for royalties and credits on Break My Soul. How far this lawsuit manages to travel within the system is entirely dependent on the veracity of its claims, but this is hardly the first time Beyoncé's music has come under legal fire. In 2016, in a similar case to Break My Soul, Beyoncé was sued over Formation, the lead single from her album Lemonade. The lawsuit was filed by family members of the New Orleans bounce star Messy Maya, whose spoken line "I Like That" can be heard in the video for the Beyoncé song. Maya's family argued in their lawsuit that Maya's words were used to create the tone, mood, setting and location of the New Orleans-themed Formation video and audio recordings, and that Maya has received nothing, no acknowledgement, no credit, no remuneration of any kind. According to the New Orleans Advocate, the $20 million Messy Maya lawsuit was dismissed a year later, but court records also showed that the case reached an undisclosed settlement with both parties. Ultimately, copyright infringement suits like these are old hat for Beyoncé, who has been accused of sampling without permission on other occasions. A couple of times, Beyoncé has run afoul of choreographers, and Teresa de Keersmaker was so angry over the Countdown music video's plagiarism, her words, of 1990's Actorland and 1983's Roses Danced Roses that Beyoncé ended up having to release a mollifying statement. "I've always been fascinated by the way contemporary art uses different elements and references to produce something unique, and in 2020, Beyoncé and Jay-Z were sued by the Jamaican choreographer Lantoinette Steins, who alleged that the power couple did not properly credit her contributions to the song Black Effect from their album Everything Is Love." Stein said that she was asked by Jay-Z and Beyoncé to personally speak about her thoughts on love for use in a promotional video only, and that she was shocked to hear her uncredited voice in Black Effect. In the lawsuit, Stein said that she felt artistically raped by the experience. Furthermore, in 2014, Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and producer Timbaland were sued by the Hungarian singer Mitsu, who alleged that the pop hitmakers used her Bojba Pelham at the start of the Beyoncé smash Drunk in Love without Mitsu's permission. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. Remember to stay tuned for more captivating content. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out.